Welcome to Extension Ed Talks on Nex-Tech Local 1. I'm Jamie Rathbun, Family and Consumer Sciences Agent with the Midway Extension District, part of K-State Research and Extension. Today I'm here to talk to you about Prepare Kansas, a disaster preparedness challenge. Prepare Kansas is issued as an online challenge to anyone in the state of Kansas and even across the nation. We're encouraging folks to become better prepared ahead of disaster. You can participate as an individual, a family, a workplace, or even a school classroom. The program focuses on a few activities each week to help you become better prepared ahead of disaster and takes place during the month of September, as that is National Preparedness Month. Preparing for an emergency just makes sense. What we have found is that knowing we need to prepare does not equal actually doing and becoming prepared. So we've developed this challenge to help motivate people to actually do and become prepared. Preparing for a natural disaster means that you should have a kit of emergency supplies. Be prepared to improvise using what you have on hand to make it on your own for at least 3 days. Why should we participate in Prepare Kansas? Disasters affect nearly 1 million people every year. More than 85% of Americans are not prepared for a disaster. 62% of Americans have not built their disaster preparedness kit, and nearly 50% of Americans have not thought about or even discussed an evacuation plan or family meeting place away from home. If you think about it, we've all known someone who has had a disaster happen to them, whether it was a house fire, a tornado, or a flood. So chances are that any of those could happen to you as well, and we need to be prepared. What would you do if a tornado warning was issued right now? If you were sitting at home, that might be easy to decide where you're going to shelter. But if I'm at work, have I thought about where I'm going to shelter? Have I thought about what's going to happen to my children who are at daycare, who are at school? What about my spouse? Are they at work? Are they out traveling on the road? It's a good idea to know wherever you are, what precautions to take in the event of a disaster. This Prepare Kansas challenge was developed for families, workplaces, and classrooms to all become prepared and really think these things through so that they know what they're going to do if a disaster does strike. The Prepare Kansas challenge, as I said before, is a month-long challenge issued during the month of September. We have weekly themes for the 4 weeks during the month, and 2 challenge tasks are issued each week. The challenge itself is delivered via social media by joining the K-State Research and Extension Facebook page, which is where we will issue challenge tasks out to you, and you can report back to us your accomplishments related to those tasks. There may also be local events that take place in your county, and we will also have some blog posts to help you learn more about the importance of each of the challenge tasks. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more in depth about the 2016 Prepare Kansas Challenge.
Here come the Men in Black trucks for all your home needs.
If you need repairs or a professional to check your home for damage, call the local guys you know and trust at AquaShield Roofing and Construction. Their 5-year warranty will give you the peace of mind you need from a company that will be there to stand behind their work. Call AquaShield Roofing and Construction at 785-475-2533 or visit aquashieldroofing.com today.
You should never run out of the important stuff.
Really?
If your current wireless plan leaves you at the end of your rope, imagine how you'll feel with Nex-Tech Wireless with unlimited everything. Nex-Tech Wireless gives you the freedom to go as far as you want. Nex-Tech Wireless, something different.
Welcome back to Extension Ed Talks on Nex-Tech Local 1. I'm Jamie Rathbun with the Midway Extension District, and I'm here to talk to you about Prepare Kansas, a statewide preparedness challenge issued by K-State Research and Extension. During the month of September, we are offering the Prepare Kansas Challenge to all residents across the state of Kansas and even beyond to become better prepared. It's a month-long challenge during September, National Preparedness Month, where we issue weekly challenges to help you and your family or coworkers become better prepared ahead of natural disaster. The challenge itself is issued via social media, and we will share challenge tasks by putting them out on the K-State Research and Extension Facebook page. During 2016, Prepare Kansas is in its third year, and we're really focusing on food safety in the event of a disaster. During the first week, we're going to talk about preparing for a disaster and help you get a kit of emergency food ready. And also think about the different foods that you want to have on hand should a disaster strike. Foods could be prepared in a kit such as this, something that you could leave your home with in case it was flooding or there was a fire, but also foods that, or a kit that you could carry down to a basement with you in case you were sheltering from a tornado. The second week will focus on activities and things that you need to know right now when a disaster is happening. How to keep your food safe and what to do to keep cold foods cold, and how to even cook if you're out of power. Weeks 3 and 4 will focus on what to do after a power outage, such as keeping food safe, especially keeping cold foods cold, but then also how to make a claim on your homeowner's or renter's insurance for the foods that may have been lost from a refrigerator or a freezer during such a power outage. And the last week will focus on what to do after a flood or water damage as it relates to food safety, which are very real concerns. As I mentioned before, the challenges themselves will be issued via Facebook. So you can start following K-State Research and Extension on Facebook, and during the month of September, we will issue those challenges out to you. As you are completing a food kit or updating your homeowner's insurance to be sure that food might be covered during such a power outage, putting thermometers in your freezers or your refrigerators, we then ask that you post back to Facebook pictures or comments about what you're doing to complete the Prepare Kansas tasks. From Facebook, we will also help you become more educated about food safety as it relates to disaster via the Prepare Kansas blog. We will have links to the blog on those Facebook posts so that you can read a little bit more about food safety and why it's important to be keeping our food safe during disaster. We would also be able to provide you information about what kinds of foods to have on hand during a disaster, what sort of foods are going to keep well in a food kit, and which other foods might be best not to keep in that kit. We'll take another short break, and as we come back, we'll talk more about Prepare Kansas 2016 and becoming involved in that to keep your family and friends and coworkers safe ahead of disaster.
The Rusty Tractor in Kensington offers big city dining with a small town feel. The Rusty Tractor features hand-cut steaks, burgers, wraps, and more, all with generous portions and quality products. The Rusty Tractor is proud to serve the area farming communities and welcomes everyone. Come as you are in your boots and jeans. You'll be right at home. Open daily and conveniently located on Highway 36. For more information, find them on Facebook, or for a full menu, visit rustytractorkensington.com.
All Faith Funeral Chapel and Smith Center will be here to assist you through a difficult time. Your loved ones will appreciate our large, up-to-date facility and fully furnished banquet hall. You can rest assured that we can provide an entire funeral or cremation package, including monuments at a price that are more affordable than other funeral homes. Plan ahead with All Faith Funeral Chapel. No matter where life takes you, we can meet you there at any location. Call 785-686-4120 or visit allfaithfuneralchapel.com.
Welcome back to Extension Ed Talks on Nex-Tech Local 1. I'm Jamie Rathbun with K-State Research and Extension, here talking about Prepare Kansas, our online preparedness challenge issued during National Preparedness Month in September. You can join Prepare Kansas by following the K-State Research and Extension Facebook page and taking part in the challenge tasks that we're issuing so that folks can become better prepared ahead of disaster. Along with posts on the Facebook page and posts to the Prepare Kansas blog to help give you more information about disaster and food safety. Local extension offices may also offer some community awareness activities tied in with Preparedness Month. You may see extra media efforts out there in your local newspaper where agents are helping folks become more educated about why preparedness is important and what they can do to prepare ahead of time. Additionally, Extension may offer some educational programs where you can come and learn more about becoming prepared ahead of disaster, whether that's putting together an emergency supply kit, updating your homeowner's insurance, or having a household inventory in place in case a disaster should strike. Additionally, with the 2016 Prepare Kansas Challenge focusing on food safety, you may see some educational programs related to food safety and disasters as well. Does Prepare Kansas actually work? We are in the third year of the Prepare Kansas Challenge, and we have found that over the last couple years, Prepare Kansas is motivating people to actually do and get things ready in case of a disaster. In the first year of the challenge, 20% of individuals participating completed an inventory of the contents of their entire home, not just one room, but their entire household, and all of their storage areas. 33% of them created and completed a financial grab-and-go kit so that they had information as it related to homeowners insurance or renters insurance, household inventory, and other financial documents that may be needed should their home be destroyed by disaster. And 20% completed a family communication plan about how to get in touch with each other after a disaster would happen. As you can see from the pictures, folks are creating these kits, and this is exactly what we would like you to do this year. As I said before, this year we'll really focus on food safety, but those types of pictures are the ones that we would like to see and have you share back to our Facebook page where we'll be issuing the tasks. Again, why should we participate in Prepare Kansas? Disaster is really unavoidable. I've heard many emergency preparedness coordinators say that it's not a matter of if it happens, it's a matter of when it happens. And we all know someone whose lives have been touched by disaster, whether their house has been destroyed by a tornado or a fire, or they've had to rebuild and clean up after floodwaters have come into their house. So it's important for all of us to be prepared in the event of a disaster happening. Finally, I want to issue the challenge out to all of you. Join us for Prepare Kansas 2016. Join other folks across the state as they become better prepared ahead of disasters. This year, we'll really be focusing on the food safety that's needed when it comes to tornadoes, floods, fires, and being prepared and having everything that we need in terms of food in case of a disaster. If you want to join the challenge, visit and like K-State Research and Extension on Facebook to be aware of when the challenge is starting and what the tasks are you need to complete to become better prepared ahead of disaster. Thank you.